Have you ever felt the agony of making one mistake when painting that completely destroys all excitement and hope of what would have surely been the perfect painting? It's gut-wrenching when this happens. However, mistakes will happen, especially when painting with watercolors. And this just recently happened to an artist in my art academy. Mary was working her way through a past workshop, and she was so careful with each step she took. And I know this because she shared each step with me in our community forum. She made sure she took her time drawing up her composition and liked it before adding any paint. She shared the first layer with me and made sure she was on the right track. She took her time adding each additional layer, and the excitement built as she saw each brushstroke come together just as she envisioned it. And then it happened. She was a little heavy-handed with the paint when creating one of the boat reflections and decided to lift it out and paint it again. But it just never met her expectations the second time around. She did the smart thing and called it done, and even though she was bummed at what almost was a flawless painting, she chalked it up as a valuable learning experience. I was so proud of her. I told her to mat and frame this one because after the sting of that one misstep wears off, she'll look back at this painting fondly. Now, painting like these mark the moments where you learn a big lesson and will ultimately sculpt you into the artist you're going to become. Now, I know it's hard to believe right now, but many years in the future, when you look back at your art, the ones you remember are the ones you learn from the most. And the good news is, 9 times out of 10, whatever bothered you at the time, you won't even remember. You'll just look back and see a great painting. Now, here's a painting I made when I was 13. I was so proud of it, and so was my mom. She rushed out and got it professionally framed. When she returned with it in its frame, I noticed I forgot to paint the whiskers and I was mortified. However, I didn't dare take it out of its new frame. So here it still is, almost 4 decades later, and I have still my 2 whiskerless cats. I look fondly upon this memory now, and it makes me smile every time I look at it. Here's another cat painting I initially wasn't happy with because I envisioned a smooth stained color for the background versus the granulated one in the painting. It wasn't until a customer of mine at a show pointed out how much she liked the painting because of the background texture, and suddenly I saw it through her eyes and decided that I too liked this painting. And then there's this painting that made me so mad when I first made it. But you know what? I can't even remember what I was mad at. It was so long ago now. Now I look at it and think, hey, that's nice. And this one here, I messed up so bad. Well, I ended up painting it twice. I learned a ton about painting water, and I'm super happy with the second painting. But every time I see this painting, I think of how many hours I put into it. There's nothing like etching a painting strategy into your brain than drawing and painting the same exact thing more than once. So remember, it's important to embrace your mistakes. And remember to celebrate the aha moments that lead you to discover something new, because you will always remember the lessons you learn from your mistakes, and that's something you can rarely say about your successes. Hi, I'm Tracy Lizotte, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, if you're an artist that's looking to develop your abilities to create realistic, original watercolors, then I have a workshop I think you're really gonna like. Click the link below this video and sign up for my free workshop on how to create realistic, original watercolors. Now, in there, I explain how you can join my art academy, where you can work with me directly, and I help artists at all phases in their art journey, from beginner on how to draw to advanced watercolor strategies to even how to market and sell their art, should you want to learn. Now, if you want to work with me directly and get unlimited access to my help, it starts by clicking that link and signing up for the workshop. And you want to do so while it's still free, because it's only free for a limited time. I hope you sign up, and I hope one day to see you in my art academy. But until then, I hope you keep creating.